Hey, what's up? Hello, and welcome to Queen Z's World. Ooh, guys, we are back with these driving with me's. I might have to put on my sunglasses because it's golden hour and the lighting is popping. Don't get me wrong, but I still need my eyes. You only get two. First of all, I want to say we on the road to 1K. We literally on the road. And then we're on the road to 1K. So if you're not already subscribed, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. Or if you wait till the end of the video, you'll see that cute little circle with the crown on it. Yes, go ahead and click that. Hit the notification button because, baby, we shake it up no Disney. You just don't know when I'm about to post. As I always say, I will be looking at the road, so I will not be making eye contact with you, but if you would like to pretend I'm making eye contact with you as I put on these sunglasses, go ahead and do what you gotta do. First of all, girl, this is looking real cute. Thumbnail. Okay, I'm not getting arrested. I promise you. All right. I always give a bit of background just to give context of how I relate to this topic. I've always been a sensitive savage, you know. As an Aquarius sun, honestly, what do we expect? Guys, I need you to stay on your lane, quite literally. Like, this is a 2-lane street. Okay. I've always been sensitive, like, things just get to me. And I feel like it's the principle behind things. I just feel like there's this justice that has to happen. Like, there always has to be balance, you know? So whenever things are not balanced, like, it just irks me. For example, when I was really young, my parents did not allow any type of sugar in the house. Not even on weekends, not at church, for potluck, nothing. It was birthday cake and that's it. I was 2 years old. I remember I had this dream that my little brother, who was literally an infant, I was like maybe 3 years old, right? I had this dream that, like, somebody gave me a donut and my little brother ate it and there was only one. I cried. I remember waking up so sad. I was so mad at him for eating that donut because it was my one chance. I've been seeing pictures of donuts everywhere and I never get to taste one, and now you ate it. Little things like that have always triggered me. Anytime there's an injustice, it makes me upset. I know I can't control every situation, but it's just like, it's the principle. Like, things just need to be fair. Like, I just don't get why we can't treat people well. Like, why can't everything just be balanced? But well, I know we live in an imperfect world. But anyway, being sensitive, right? I've always been told you need to have a thick skin, you can't be crying about everything, can't cry over spilled milk, all of this stuff, right? Crying or being upset is actually just the symptom of what you're feeling inside. I'm crying because of an injustice that I feel happened to me. Somebody tried to gaslight me the other day, which unfortunately happens a lot, especially when you're an empath and when people know that you're an understanding person. I felt they were being disrespectful to me, and I articulated that, and they said, instead of thinking that you're being disrespected, why not look at the evidence and say, am I being disrespected, or do I just think I'm disrespected?
Well, just as I thought, trash.
It's very unfortunate. Rene Descartes said, I think, therefore I am. If somebody feels they are something, then it's true. If I don't feel respected, then that means I'm being disrespected. Whatever your intentions were, that doesn't matter. Other people are the authority of their own narrative. Being told to have a thick skin, it was coming from a good place of, like, don't let people manipulate your emotions, don't show that people affect you. But it didn't solve anything. All it did was make you suppress your expression, but the emotion is still there, untreated underneath. Like, it didn't solve the problem of me being hurt. It just made me express it less. When we tell people not to be so sensitive, or they're in an environment where their feelings are invalidated or silenced, you're not really teaching the person to be tough. It's not that these things don't affect them anymore. You're just teaching them not to show it, which is actually really bad. The reason it's detrimental is because feelings were created for a reason. Just like your normal senses. If I like hover my hand over the stove, I can sense that it's hot. That's a warning sign so that I don't move any closer, so I don't get burnt. If I feel uncomfortable in a situation, that could be a warning sign that there's something going on that I need to get out and protect myself from. It's okay to have warning signs. It's actually a good thing to have feelings, because it lets you know that there's something happening here that I'm not vibing with, like that's just not right. Like I said, the thing that always makes me upset is whenever there's an injustice, if somebody's being unfairly treated or if I'm being unfairly treated. So me being sensitive is a lot of the time me calling out injustices or belief systems that are actually very harmful to other individuals. Most of the time this manifests as me holding people accountable, just saying, hey, what you said was not right, and this is how it could affect other people in situations such as the following. Like, you can't be posting memes about that are fat phobic in a room full of people who have histories of like disordered eating. Like, to me that just makes logical sense, so I wouldn't do it, and I wouldn't do it, period. Like, it's just not funny. People would say, oh, Zen, you're reading into it too much, it's not that deep, da-da-da. And it's like, no, my feelings are not going to be invalidated. I'm not approving of this because there's an underlying injustice. To the people who are always saying it's not that deep, shut up, da-da-da, well, I know they're not watching because they're not understanding people. A lot of them don't give themselves the capacity to empathize or to hear another perspective, so I know they're probably not even watching. But if they were, what I would say is ask the person more questions, like, what about that upset you? And listen, and just listen to their response and be like, okay, now I understand. This person is upset when this is brought up because of this. And if they don't explain why, or if they don't want to explain why it upset them, that's their choice too, and just don't bring it up again. Like, I really don't think it's difficult to live at peace with people as long as you know how to read a room. I don't know how many more times I will say this, but please just go ahead and every room you enter, I don't know how to teach y'all how to read a room. I will just keep telling you read the room, just like how y'all keep telling me don't be so sensitive, it's not that deep. I will keep saying read the room and not explain how, because you guys really need to pick up on social cues. But now I'm going to speak to the people who are often told they're too sensitive. Being sensitive is a superpower. It's actually interesting that I keep harassing everybody who can't read a room, because it's actually not something everybody has. It's a talent. Who do you think you're honking at? Anyways, if you are a sensitive person, you are very valuable in this world. Like, you have a place that matters in social groups. Like, you are that person who can just tell when somebody's not okay and you reach out to them. You are that person who doesn't let certain comments be made. And you know, it's so interesting. It's such a blessing to be the voice for the voiceless, or just to stand up for people who can't speak for themselves. Like, that's such a good thing. And I know that a lot of time life does not reward those of us who do that, not immediately anyway, because a lot of the time when we stand up against things that are wrong, we actually get penalized. We actually get treated as if we're the ones doing something wrong, which is gaslighting, which is, again, another topic for another day. But I just want to encourage you guys, like, just keep doing it. There's nothing wrong with being sensitive. This is the thing though, as much as I say that, I'm trying to relearn how to be in touch with my sensitiveness. When I was preaching, I tried to put my water bottle down on something, right? And then it fell and it made a huge noise. I am very used to not reacting to a point where that happened and I didn't do anything. I just picked it up quietly as if nothing happened. Everyone else was like, ooh, but for me, I just reacted with nothing. And that happens so often in so many different areas of life where I just do not react. I will be uncomfortable in a situation but I won't process that I'm uncomfortable till later when I'm actually reflecting. And I will think, wait a second, what? I'm like, how did I sit through that? That was absolutely terrible. And it's terrible because I should have called out that behavior, or I should have made it clear that I'm uncomfortable and left, so that people know that that's not acceptable, or it's not acceptable to me. If you want me around, you can't be doing that.
In front of me? I don't think so.
I think it's very important to respond to yourself quickly. Responding to your needs in a timely manner. For those of us who are sensitive, who have gotten jaded, start listening to yourself again and taking yourself seriously. And stop interrupting yourself when you talk. Stop invalidating your feelings. Stop justifying other people's behaviors. You don't have to pretend you're unaffected. You really don't have to. No, this is actually something that one of my friends said to me. I was asking him for advice because I was trying to keep cool and calm, and he's like one of the coolest, calmest people I know who still has boundaries. And I just came to him for advice, and I was asking about a situation, and he said, Zin, you're not a bad person for feeling like that. Like how you feel, your reaction, you're not a bad person for that. You have just as much right as everybody else to feel how you feel, and you don't have to put up with whatever you're not down with. And I want all my sensitive people to know that, like, you have every right to feel how you feel. These little kids are watching me. Girl, I hate filming in public. But yeah, like, you have every right to feel how you feel. Your sensitivity is not something bad. It's actually a superpower, and it's something that you need to first appreciate within yourself. So if you feel like crying, let yourself cry. And the second you feel a moment of happiness again, let yourself feel that, and don't try to reconcile the two. Don't say, wait, am I really happy? Because that would really upset me. You can feel both things at once. Like, that's fine. Whatever that looks like for you, go ahead to your healing process, and please start that as soon as possible, because we need more sensitive people in the world. Sensitive people, especially when it comes to justice, are very needed. We're always necessary. We are always necessary. Please do not let the world fool you. They need us. I need you. We need each other. So all the sensitive people, just collect in the comments. Let me know what you think. I know I didn't take this conversation everywhere it could have gone, but please, let's continue that in the comments. I would love to hear what you think. Stay classy, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.